Should be all set up here. Got a handful of cars. Got 2 rows at least. I don't think there's a third row in there. There might be. But we got 2 rows at least. So feel free to come on and join. Be part of the fun. Let's get into my library here. And what else? Get my my iPad set up here. At least I don't have to do any downloads. So let's see. Which one are we looking at? How come I can't find it? Give a couple minutes for people to come in and join. We're going to start pulling some of these out and look at them a little closer. There we go. 2 already watching. Nice. Got the day off. All right. We got a couple people watching. We got lots of awesome cars left. It's kind of funny. I'm sure my voice is drifting away from the camera here, but the one car that I did remember that was in this box is actually in the last row. I did a little peek because I couldn't help myself. So it's in the last row. So that's kind of crazy. Just moving around some more cars over here from the last one. But kind of cool how that worked out. That the one vehicle I was definitely happy to see is on the bottom row. All right. I think we're pretty set. There's no filter on the chat, so even if you're not a subscriber yet, you're welcome to chat on this one. We're not doing any giveaways on this one. We're just opening. We're going through a bunch of variations of cars from the, let's say, late 90s to, I don't know, 2005-ish, 2006 maybe. So, all right. Yeah, I've had several people tell me about the Excursion. I got to get one. So I probably have 6 Matchbox cars, which I think almost all have been given to me. So I'm definitely have to get one of the Excursions, and of course any variation of it that comes out, and that might go on the desk. So what's going on, everybody? Got more people joining. What's up? So we got 2 more rows, at least, of crazy variations of stuff. So we make just a little bit more room here, just so I have a spot to start putting some of these cars. I can't remember who won the Ford stake bed trucks last time, but I did have an extra of the Peterbilt dump truck that you asked about, so that's going to go in your box as well. So I've got 2 of the 3 boxes sorted out. I gotta find one more box, and then everything will be shipped. I'll ship regardless, but I like to do all 3 at the same time so they all get there. Let's see. Trying to get this little piece to go back in right here. One of the wings fell off. And she is. Oh, there we go. Boom. Sweet, that worked out. All right. Let's see if I can find a comfortable spot on the floor here. Yeah, it's super nice outside for us too here in Central Virginia. We actually went and had lunch at one of the local Mexican places. So that was nice. I got some leftover burrito to eat later on after the show here. All right, let's go ahead and kick it off. We're 6 minutes in. We've got lots of people on here. Lots for me. I don't usually have too many people on, so I appreciate you guys that support me. All right, we're gonna start off with some 97 Corvettes. So let me see here. I'll back this up, give us the ledge, make that work a little bit, and we'll start placing them on the ledge, and then we'll go through them a little bit closer here. So a lot of these are going to come from little play sets, I believe. If you watch some of the later videos, you'll know I've gotten a handful of these recently. So that one is from a 5-pack, as is, oh, I think this one, yeah, this one's from a 5-pack too, I think. So I'll bring it back up, show you guys once I get, there's a whole bunch of them here. Let's see how many we could fit on here. That one's a little tougher to get. Boop, going back down. Stay. So here's one of those little playset cars. Like I was saying. But there's a bunch of these, a whole row of them. We got room for a couple more. So got another. This one's a like power launcher. And one more. And the police deco from playset. Alright. So start with this one here. Nice graphics on the side, PR5s, clear window. Most of these have the Hot Wheels logo there in the rear window. Till you get to some more of the China stuff, and you'll see that it falls back to the on the car somewhere, the body somewhere. So there's that one. Let's make a new row back here. This is from like a little play set, little stow and go type style. So there's that with 3 spokes. This is a China base one, so you can see that. And this has the 1996 on the base, whereas I think this has a little earlier base. Oh, they might all have 96. Oh, they can't have too much earlier. They're 97 Corvettes. What am I thinking? Oh, I thought some of them come with like 98 when you get into the China stuff that were in play sets. That's what I was thinking. So here is the Corvette. This is from a 5-pack, where it was all the cars kind of have 2 different colors on it. So that one's split right down the middle. Got 2 Hot Wheels logo on that one. There's that. Another 5-pack car. Pretty nice. Some PR5s. Let's see. Oh, we got chrome base on that one. And that one's actually a China base as well. Like I said, this one I think comes in like a international little thing. So a little bit tougher to get, I believe, on this one. But got same graphics as this yellow one here, which was available in the US. I think that's the case. But there's both of those. And then 2 of the playset cars. They like putting these 97 Corvettes in them for some reason. Like I said, the Hot Wheels logos get pushed to the body instead of the rear window. So there's both of those. We got more after this one. And then we got, this one usually comes in a larger play set with like between 3 and 6 cars or something like that. So I think there's a couple of play sets that have this one thrown in there with it. And the reason that here's where you can see just a hint of that Hot Wheels logo is actually molded into the window. See if I can get it with a shot in there. You just make it out without it being covered over. So there's that. We got a handful more. Definitely was a lot of playset stuff. And I've had a lot of fun going through and trying to find all of them. Ooh, I think this one's a little tougher one. One of these comes in a train set. That's pretty tough. I think it's that one there. I don't remember having that one loose yet. So another play set. These are all going to have 3 spokes on them. So another one. And then in yellow. So it kind of had, it's kind of like the 57 Chevy where there's just a whole bunch of colors available and smaller play sets and trains and stuff like that. And then you get a 5-pack car from that Octo Blast 5-pack or something like that. We got 2 more, 3 more. I think this is a newer Corvette on one of these. So, and you get the Chicago Auto Show. So this one's an extra. There's 3 different ones of these. I think there's this one, a black one, and a blue one. So there's that. I think this is a different Corvette. Yep, that's a different Corvette. So we'll go through these real quick. But here is kind of a turquoise color Hot Wheels logo. And you can see on this one, when it's on the body, they don't have that in the back window. So like if I bring up this one from the 5-pack, it's obviously got a tampo on top of it, but it's actually like ingrained in that window. So it's kind of cool. But then they made it in China and it didn't get the same window for some reason. So you can see there's no Hot Wheels logo there in that window. But oh no, another one fell down. Then you got this metal flake green. And again, I think this is the one that came from that playset. So the train playset that I've been trying to get. And it seems like they all sell for like $150 on eBay right now for the train sets or more. So then you got black, just very basic, kind of a gray or silver. Like I said, all these have 3 spokes, and then in yellow, they do get some different interiors. So you got tan on both of those too, and then black on the silver. And then the 5-pack. Got some PR5s on that one. Some type of octopus type setup going on. Tampo. Black interior and tin window on that. So, and that one is a Thailand car. So there's those. Alright. Now I think there's 3 of these sitting down here. So there's Corvette there. Oh, I didn't go through the gray one, or the red one. So there's that Chicago, got Goodyears on the 5 spokes here. And you can see how there's no design or no tampo on the window, but it's kind of built into the window right there. So pretty cool. All right, another one. I'm not sure where these 3 came from. Could be like 10 packs or something. That was a different casting altogether for a Corvette. What we got here? C8 Corvette on that one. So not sure where that one came from. And then you got these two, a little bit different. Kind of similar to themselves, just different colors. Both with some open 5-spokes. Kind of cool with the black. Goes down onto the hood. Which ones are these? 09 Corvette. What does that say? ZR1? Yeah. The glare. Man. There we go. So, 3 Corvettes. We got a bunch more Corvettes in different styles. Let's see. We got, what's this? The 65. Got a couple of them. Surprised the white one's on here. That's another one that you could find in a little play set at the time. This one, though, I don't have this one. At least not loose. I got a ton of 5-packs I've been getting, so it might be in a 5-pack card, but I don't have that loose. K9 Crusher. Is that what that says? K9 Crusher. There we go. Number 4. That one's pretty cool. Kind of got a flat black paint with some flames on that one with some 5-spokes. Some yellow interior. Slightly tinted window. And then this red one. This red one seems pretty common. But I don't think I have those two. So, sweet deal on that. Alright, more Corvettes. Ooh, we are getting into a Stingray. There's a ton. Somebody was talking about how one particular car had a whole bunch of variations. Upcoming is the Muscle Tone, and there's a bunch of them in here. But here is Corvette with some FTEs. This one in silver. With some 5-spokes. This looks like some type of Christmas deco. Pretty sweet. So both of those. More of that's faster on the track. With those FTE wheels. Once we get the new place built, there'll be a scale 1/4-mile track in there to do some testing on. That'll be some fun lives because then we'll do some slight betting on winners and stuff like that, I guess. But there's a Corvette Stingray there. I don't have that one. It's a newer one. Newer base. Thailand on it. Alright, now we're getting into the Muscle Tone. Like I said, there is a bunch of these. So we'll start putting them on here. That one's got some razor wheels. This one's got some 5-spokes. This one's got razor wheels also. So there's some type of variation. Yeah, they might all be here. All those different small toy packages like that you were talking about. Try not to read them. Everybody can see the message, and then I'm up here reading it to everybody that, I don't know. I thought it was weird last night, or Friday night, reading it on live. So, there's that one. But there's a ton. So, there might be 3 rows. Well, 3 rows on the top of this box here. So, we'll go through and put all these up here. Yeah. Too many. I don't know about. I think too many variations is not a problem. It just makes it more of a fun challenge to go get. I agree. It was kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like they mix the new Mustang, the Camaro, and the Dodge Challenger like all together with like some of the best of those three. That's what I feel like on this somewhat. So I feel like it's pretty comparable to those three from the time. Got room for one more. All right. So that's first row. Muscle tone and kind of a very dark metal flake gray, almost black, maybe black. And then cool graphic design there on the side with PR5s. This one is a Thailand car. Your secret and the carbonator. There's a lot of people that like the carbonator. I don't know if it's just because you can open your soda with it or what, or your drink, but a lot of people have taken to that carbonator. And I know there's some super tough ones, especially like a 10-pack one or something that's really tough. So one of my friends down in South Carolina, he's a carbonator friend or freak, and he just, man, he loves those things. Yeah, that's the one. I was just talking. That's the one Wade likes. Yep. So we got here kind of a gold. The Sonic Kids Wacky Pack coming tomorrow. You got the inside scoop on what's coming out the next day. Bam. I need to get that scoop. Where's that coming from? So pretty cool. Orange one. I've never seen this orange one before. Check that out. Maybe some type of Yu-Gi-Oh setup on that. Some PR5s. Tinted window, black interior. Kind of a burnt orange. Some crazy robotic thing on the side. Sonic Core, June 1st, Hot Wheels promo. Nice. I don't even know where a Sonic is around me. Alright, here's this. So this one, this is Razor Wheel. You got two with Razor Wheels. So one has a tinted window or a more tinted window, and the other one has a lighter tinted window. Definitely you can see the difference on that. In fact, it might even be clear. Yeah, it looks like a clear window. It's just slightly. And then, so, let's see if there's a China. Oh, and Malaysia. So definitely a base variation on the Razor wheels. And then here's the 5-spoke, and the 5-spoke has the China base on it. So kind of the matching lighter tinted window. So 3 different variations of that red one. Now, another row of them. And then we get in, there's a ton of Oldsmobile Auroras also down there. We'll get to those. I don't see any carbonators in here. At least not this row. We got a whole nother row after this one, though. All the holiday ones. Yeah, I've only got like, I don't know, 3 or 4. I haven't gone after that casting or anything yet. Oh, the blue one's in here. Oh, the Aurora. Heck yeah. Ooh, that's a one similar to one we already pulled out. So we'll start with it and we'll bring up the other one. So here's that dark metal flake gray. Ooh, we got some definitely color differences there. We got China and a Thailand base. So we got 2 base variations from that one. And then these two got just some slight color variations. Let's see if we got the same deal here. We've got a Thailand base there and China base on the top. So 2 base variations on the black one here. Some pretty cool graphics. Did a pretty good job on that one. Then you got metal flake black with the yellow stripe there. That one's pretty slick. Got a nice little Hot Wheels logo there. in the front on both sides. Nice. That looks good. Like that one. Got blue with flames. Nice metallic blue. Yellow tinted window and black interior. Some open 5 spokes. And a turbo J01 maybe? Looks like a J01. J01 maybe? Certainly a 1. So, but razor wheels on that one as well. Love the Aurora casting. Yeah, for sure. Came out originally for there and for the Demolition Man, and then just continued making it for many years. So this one's a tough one. This one only comes in a playset. Super tough on that. I got another. I think we did the 54 ones earlier, so now we're down into. This one has a variation with a different wheel. Actually, it has a base and a wheel variation. Let me see if I can find. You see, all 3 were in here. Yep, here's the 5-hole. So there's that. Oh man, I was hoping that both of these were, or all 3 of these would be in here. So this one, unless this is the 10-pack car, but that's the China one. That might be the tougher one from the multi-pack. Let's see. Another 5-pack here. Play set. Small play set like a Stone Go. I haven't seen this one before. This one must be a 5-pack car. So we'll go through them again, of course. Here's our playset one. And we're about full. Alright, we'll go through them. So there is one of the playsets, and I think you get this one in a power launcher as well. They are similar, but slightly different colors on these, and then different windows. They like to put the 7 spokes on these China cars for the Aurora. So there's both of those. This is the prize. This is a super tough one, I think. I think it was a limited run play set. So that one, super tough. You got 5-pack one here. This was like a around the world type 5-pack. So there's that. And I think that's what this one, I think this the China one was the one that came from the multi-pack, but there's a mainline version of this as well. And then there was a base variation with it. So I think that finishes up the ones I was looking for. This one, not sure. Probably a 5-pack with this type of design on it. Got some gold 3 spokes on it though. It's a little different than you see on an old Aurora. And then you got these 2. These are 5-pack cars. You can see here. We've got the 5-spoke and 5-hole. That's a Lexus. Did I mess something up? Lexus SC. These are old Aurora, right? Or did I pull up a wrong one? No, these are all olds. I think the Lexus SC400 is. Am I messing that up? Oh, I think these are Auroras. Unless you saw something down here. Which one did I mess up? Oh, the black was. Where did I do that? Oh, you're right. I didn't even catch that. Yep, you're right. Good catch. That is the Lexus. They're very similar. Dang, they snuck that in there. Yeah, you can definitely tell now. Man, I wasn't even looking at it when I look back. All right, next row. Is there any more Lexus in there? Is that the only one? They just snuck it in right in the middle. Maybe he didn't notice it either. There's, I think, 3 variations of this one as well. So there's 2 of them at least, and I've got one. And then here's a 5-pack car. Ooh, and we missed this muscle tone. It gets snuck in down there as well. Couple more. So this one's been popping up quite a bit more. This one used to be pretty tough in the larger playset. Only way you can get that one. Variation of the 5-pack Action News. And then another 5-pack one here. I think that's it. I don't see them more. All right. Orange tinted window and 5 holes. So there's that one. We'll do the purple one. This is more of a pavement or a power launcher one there. But I think you can find it in the small stow and go as well. You got both of these. So wheel variations, 3 and 5. Yeah, we're live. Heck yeah. Finished up this box. There was 4 hours of fun almost during the live on Friday, and I was like, man, one, my knees and back were killing me from sitting on the floor here, but 4 hours is a long time to be going live. My voice was even like starting to go away. So yeah, we're going through the next 2 rows. I did cut down a tree yesterday too. So I had a big old tree. Got one more to cut down. Wait for it to kind of become a little drier so I can get the bonfire going too. But yeah, this one, I feel like this one's come up quite a few more times than when I first was looking for this. Man, it was super tough. But like I said, it only comes in like the larger play sets, where you get like 6 or 7 cars. No, I'm not selling these. These are I got these to kind of fill in a bunch of 5-pack playset stuff from the early 2000s, so I can start having them ready for the MVP Hot Wheels website. So, but there's your 5-spoke and chrome red 3 spokes. That one's the Thailand, and that one's the China. So there's that. Let's see. So that looked like all of the Oldsmobile Auroras and the one Lexus that got snuck in there. I told you somehow we skipped over a muscle tone. So here's the last muscle tone, maybe. So check that one out. That was pretty cool. Just in time for 250. All right, let's go with these things here. What we got? Yep. Some of these will be extras. I got to figure out how I'm going to get rid of some of these extras because I'm going to have a bunch after this one because obviously there's some of these I'm going to have. So, the Semi-Psycho. So there's one. Looks like there's a variation on this one. I feel like it's a bunch of 5-packs had these on them. So that one's probably a base variation. We got this one here. And a blue one. There we go. So 2 green ones. Thailand. Oh, look at that. Thailand and China. So 2 base variations on Semi-Psycho. And then some pretty cool chrome red open Whole 5-spoke wheels. And then blue. Could be out there racing the semi-fast. We'll have to put those two together on a race when we get the track built. All right. Some remade Funny Money casting. Got a handful of them here. Need some more space there. Ooh, we got a variation there. Slide them over. This one I know is from that chrome burners. And then I think the yellow ones were too. There's two of them here, so there's some type of variation in the yellow ones. Yeah. I'm good on all the castings from 77 to like 99. We get past 99 that I'm like, most of them I'm pretty good at. But not all of the, especially the special, Mattel type stuff. Let's see here. So Funny Money, Hot Wheels, these are, I think, 5-pack cars. So both of them have 5 spokes. See if we can see the China base. Oh, they both got China bases. So definitely a difference in the yellow there. Not too much. Got more black. Okay. I guess they are called armored truck. I'm so used to the older stuff. But you can see there's some slight color variation in the tampos. So that's probably what he picked up on. I don't see anything different on the bases here. Both of them have that China base. So there's that. I got my only 1972 package vehicle is the Funny Money. And that's a pretty cool package. So I bought it specifically for that. Rollin' Dough. Pretty cool. And then we got this chrome one here with some cool red flames. Does that open up? I think it does. Oh yeah, check that out. Oh man, where's all the money? Missing out on the money. That's pretty cool. Yep, still has the orange push bar, all of it. Oh, we're gonna look at what the difference was on these. Oh, we got painted base. So Thailand bases, one of them is painted. There you go. Nice. That would have been tough to find in the 5-pack. Don't have to look for that no more. All right. So the armored truck is done. We'll let the audience name this one. Pretty sure I could guess that one. Early 2000s casting. Let's see. Oh, bam, he's already on it. What's that? Boom, crazy 8s. These crazy motors going down the side. And there's 3 of these. So that's a 5-spoke. We got 2 with PR5s. Oh, well, there you go. So there's 2 PR5 ones on this orange. Oh, there's 4 orange ones. The first one was an orange one. We'll do the 2 in the middle first. So this one's kind of got some silver motors there instead of the chrome. That's pretty cool. Tempo setup. And then that one too. Snuck in some skinny flames on that one with PR5s. All right, so we've got 4 of these. I mean, that one looks a little different on the top there than the rest of these. Oh yeah, they'll fantasy cars, of course. They'll definitely do the fantasy cars. All right, let's see. So that's certainly different than that on those colors. This one, let's see, that one is a Malaysia base. So that's on that. These two have PR5s as well. Kind of have the same Tampo design, a little bit difference in color. Let's see here. That one is a Thailand base. And that one is a Malaysia base. Which one was that? So, Malaysia. And you got some differences on the Tampo there for those colors. For that, for sure. And then this one here's got the 5 spokes. And the 5 spoke is the Thailand. So, PR5 and 5 spoke Thailand, and then 2 different Malaysia PR5s there. All right, what's next? Ooh. I think they call this like the Ferrari killer or something like that. I don't have that one. That's for sure. Let's see. Is that what all these are? I think so. Yep. There's another one. A bunch of these. Yeah, these are the showstopper, but they look very much like the Eclipse. So the plan with the site is that once I get a lot of this stuff in there, that will be a guide section that you can create yourself with whatever cars you want in it, and then it will send it to you in a PDF format. So instead of having something that is published and then mistakes are made or whatever, and then or new variations come out or stuff like that, we'll have a custom guide set up on the website. So you go in, pick the cars you want from it, and it'll send it to you in a PDF form. And if you want, you can print it out. So I think that's much better than, I know you can take the books with you and everything, but if there are issues with them or cars that don't exist, which I think belong in some of them, or variations that aren't in there, then you're not even looking for them. So that way I can keep it updated. You could print it out, and yeah, you can have whatever cars you want on there, whatever way you want to do it. So that's kind of the goal on that. So I think this is all the showstoppers before we get to the power pistons, which is almost all of the rest of the cars. Holy crap. So here's some Messenger Madness. So there's that. I don't have a lot of these. Some 5Ys. Yeah, I've got the books and use the books and stuff. I've got the new like red line guide 2 and all that kind of stuff. My real life car is a 70 Roadrunner. That's my favorite real life car that I would want. 1 year body style. Only comes with 2 motors, the 440 or the I know this comes with 3 motors because yeah, the 383 and the 440. I don't know if the Roadrunner got the 426. I think that was a GTX only. So I don't have that one. That one's pretty cool. Oh man. So that was a limited run. Nice. This one I think is the like original from the first editions, maybe. It seems what that looks like. Then we got black. Oh, that's what you're saying. These two here are the two limited runs. Sweet. And then we've got two variations. So both of these are 3 spokes. And we got a Malaysia. Excuse me. Oh, they're both Malaysia. What are we looking at here? Yeah, I've got most of the France stuff. I think I got almost all the France in the MVP Hot Wheels, but I've got most of the pictures for it. Mexico, I'm like 70%. There's some really tough, expensive stuff out there. Some extremely scarce stuff as far as pictures goes, and I get a couple minor variations still to put in on some of those castings. Italy should all be in there. All 24 of those cars, I think, are in there. So, oh, somebody's probably saying something about what these might be for variations as I'm blabbing away. You can kind of see a difference in the red, a little bit in how thick the 68 is. So I guess there's a slight tampo variance on these. Oh no, look at the, here we go. Here's the tampo difference. You can see it's got a Hot Wheels logo and whatever that says. It's getting crazy. And then difference there. So definitely a difference. That side looks the same though. Although that one has a Hot Wheels logo on the top, that one does not. So some logo differences. I'll put that out there. Valley Knight, good catch. All right, there is like 20 of these. So here's 95, some new models. So 95 is like my favorite year. I have, it's the year I started collecting, so I went back and tried to do like everything. There's some pretty crazy Speed Blaster variations out there from the new model side of it. So that was fun getting a bunch of those. This was a crazy casting though. We're going to be here for a hot minute just on these crazy things. See if I can pull out all the ones that are similar together. Looks like there's 3 different glow-in-the-dark ones sitting back there too. Oh no, maybe those aren't glow-in-the-dark. 4? Maybe there's 4 glow-in-the-dark ones. And we got some different colors of domes coming. Let's see. What's that one? That was completely different. Alright. I'll do this one here. We got one in black. Some PR5s. We're going to be here for days on the power piston side. But it takes about an hour to go through each one of these, so that's not bad, I guess. Pretty fun. Alright, let's see. This one and this one have similar tampos, and they got different domes. So purple and the green. Yeah, the Speed Blaster, I might pull mine out, has different chrome colors. So the pink chrome and the blue chrome, and then there's a mix, and then just chrome itself. And there's a mix of those as well for the window and the base. So it gets kind of crazy. That one's a Thailand. They're both Thailand. I guess you just get different domes on that one. And then these got different, completely different tampo design with the snake on there. So that one's different. It just happens to be gray also. And then another tampo design. Nuclear with the 3. So there's all 4 gray ones. You've got the more bronze color, which I think was the early release on that one. You get this one in 5-spoke and ultra hots. And then that one's an unpainted base. And then you've got the more dark red with the 5-spoke, and this one came with some different wheel variations, and some of them came with painted bases. So, but there's that color difference when they're talking about the bronze to the dark red. For those, we got 2 chrome ones. Let's see what we can fit on here. Got some type of day glow orange type color, and then red ish. Fluorescent, not fluorescent, transparent orange, black, better Hot Wheels tracks. If they would just put out some more realistic, like, packs, downhill tracks and whatever that you could add to it. I don't know. I guess they've made quite a few of those, so it's hard to say. Like, but maybe some more realistic, like, city stuff. I think people would like to see that, like trying to do dioramas. If they came out with stuff that was like that kind of aspect where you can kind of display your cars and take pictures of your cars in a diorama set, I think that would probably be the best for right now. But I don't know. They come out with some. I know it's a kids thing, right? So try not to say don't make it for the kids, but they come out with a lot of craziness stuff. But I think I would go with some type of diorama type sets or something. I think that would be pretty cool. All right, we got black, chrome. Got 2 different ones here. So I think these are base for. Nope, these aren't. Let's see. Post Malaysia. What are we looking at that could be different? Another new Ultimate Garage. Yeah, they kind of keep just remaking some of the same stuff, don't they? I'm not seeing much of a difference here. Oh, we got different interiors. So, gray interior and black interior. Man, that would have been a pain to come across and try to find. Whew. We got orange. Another one of those octopus tampos. I feel like we've had more than 5 now. What else is on here? That would be on the Matchbox side if I wanted diorama. Is that another? I guess there was 2. I don't restore them. If they're chipped up, they're chipped up. I've got some of my childhood cars and stuff like that. Some kid paint that I did when I was young, mostly like all silver because I didn't have a whole lot of money and stuff. So it wasn't like I'm getting a bunch of different colors or whatever. But no, I don't do too much customs. I could use a new set of MVP cars. I had Matt Russell make me a set of vans, and I sent him the wheels and the vans that I wanted to use and stuff. I got those sitting over here somewhere. But I'm not. I kind of with what I'm doing with the website. It's all about having authentic stuff. So if I start bringing in like customs and everything, then people might say that there's custom stuff on my website. I don't have any customs on my website. So I'm trying to keep a distinction for that side of it. All right, and then this one came with what, the CD or the floppy disk. So pretty cool one there. Nice PC 6 wheels. We got 2 of these. Computer cars. Oh, got real wheel variations. My favorite Razor wheels. There are bootlegs of these white ones. Why are they tough? But 2 wheel variations. And then nice flame Tampo with the Hot Wheels logo with some Razor wheels. And we still have a whole bunch more. And those aren't glow in the darks like I thought they might be. Alright. This one is, though. There's one of the glow in the darks. There. We got a couple of variations on this one. I mean, most of these, the Tampos are pretty easy to remove. People have found those for sure. Found out how to do that. Black. 2 of these blue ones here. Oh, copy by Mattel. Gotcha. Yeah, there's some overseas stuff. They just kind of do whatever they want. China has no problem just making whatever they want, stealing all that kind of stuff. This is what came in a collection that I bought. So most of it's been 5-pack cars, I would say, but a lot of it's some exclusive stuff in different play sets and pavement pounders and power launchers and mini series type stuff like that. But I bought this a while ago, I want to say like 15 months ago. It's been sitting in this box. Knowing that there's going to be a bunch of holes filled in my collection for this range, this era of stuff. So worked out really well because there's a bunch of stuff I didn't have. You got 2 PR5 Y5s there on this one. You got a little Tampo difference, and then China and Malaysia base for that one. Pretty cool. Nice one with some flames. We seen another one flames that way? Nope. Okay. And then we got 2 green ones. What is that? What is that? An eel, maybe? I don't even know what that is. That's a China, and looks like Thailand. Boom, Thailand. So 2 base variations on those, and the glow in the dark one. I feel like they had more space for the wheel in there. Could have went ahead and threw a medium wheel. Probably would fit. All right, that's, how many was that? We had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24 different variations of the power pistons on that one. All right, and then we got, this one had 2 names. One of them is like Sizzlers. So there's the Insector Ride, have a feeling there might be some more of these down below or something. And that one. Yeah, I use Lego roads and stuff, so I would build houses out of Legos, and on the roads that came those gray plastic roads, and then put my Hot Wheels sets. I'd make it that way. All right, here's the reveal. I even get a pair of scissors. Oh man! So here's the last. I think it's the last row. Right, there's nothing below. Nope. All right, cool. Somebody, he forgot his scissors in here. He's got it all the way at the bottom too. Wonder how that worked out. So here's the overview, and we got some pretty cool stuff down here. This one, like I said, the one car I could remember that was definitely in here is down on the bottom here. So we'll get to that. We got more Corvettes. We'll do the Corvettes since we did some of that casting already. So we'll pull that up here. All right. He said I was looking for those. Yeah, that's kind of funny. He left the scissors in here at the bottom, though. You would think you would have used them at the end. He's probably sitting. Well, it's been a long time since I had this box in here, but he was probably looking for the scissors for for the longest time. Going, what in the world did I do with them? I just had them. I sent that box to Matt. Yeah, he probably did have to get new scissors. It's not something that you just get a whole bunch of extra ones. I did the dirt tunnel thing too. Yeah, I made dirt tunnels. That's where I lost the cab to one of my steering rigs. I was like distraught about it for a little while because I was like, I can't find my cab. I was like super young. All right, Lucky Charms Corvette. He's got both of those here. So here you can tell the difference in the tempo, where it doesn't have any black outline there on the right, and it's kind of smudged a little bit. I think I got a little better example of that one. So, and then there is a base difference on these, and I don't know if they switch over between the two colors. So, but a lot of these Corvettes where they have metal bodies and bases have some different some variants in that base. So there's that. These are the 5-pack cars. Oops. So I think I have all these. But you got 7-spoke and the 3-spoke, and then with and without Hot Wheels logo on there. I feel like it was somewhere else on this body, but maybe not. And then this one has the power command base on it. Looks like that might be just a little bit different, maybe not. Just the angle I'm looking at through the camera, maybe. So, but there you go. There's those variations. There's that other Corvette we did earlier. Put that with these. Nice white one. 3 spokes. So that one's got the updated base, which is a Thailand base. You got a plastic body on this instead of a metal body. Power command base. And the power command base don't come with interiors. since the mechanism that was originally in them. So even though this has a orange tinted window, there's no interior in there, even though there's no mechanism for the power command side of it. Another metal on metal. No, updated base. That one's actually got the name on it. That one have the name on it? Nope, see, that one doesn't even have the name. Corvette in the top. So you get some different base variations on these throughout the years from 75 when they first came out. All right, we'll just keep going kind of with the Ferrari Corvette theme. So we got some 58 Corvettes, another 95 new model casting. Oh, we finish off the Thunder Streaks too. Already put those up on the shelf. I might go grab them. Let's see. Did my iPad freeze? Let's see. I don't feel like it froze. We'll jump back in. There we go. There we go. Oh, he said mic check. Did mine freeze? There we go. Let me know if you can hear me. I think my iPad froze. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Here we're going to have a bunch of pavement pounder, power launcher type stuff. Small play sets. This blue one's going to be fun to track down where all the different variations come from, because I know there's a handful, which we got several of them here. But to make sure we get that info right on the website, so that if you're looking for a specific variation of this blue one, we can point you in the right direction. There's another 3-spoke there. This one has a side tampo, so that was definitely different. Alright, we'll look at black here. So, got a little dust on them. What kind of scan? Called Fun Tech Lab. Makes a parksable with an elevator, LED lights, and scans your car. That was one thing I was thinking down the road, if MVP ever made any money, is getting some type of 3D scanner and then 3D scanning them, so that way when you're on the website you can, move the car around and look at whatever you want and zoom in on certain things. So this one's the 5-spoke. I guess we'll do that here next. So I've got all kinds of plans. It just takes lots of money to get this stuff that I don't have yet. And then here's the 2 3-spokes. So that one is a Malaysia base, and that one's the China base. You see, that one's also Malaysia, but I feel like there's some other minor differences I've found in some of these. But on the base, So that's what I was trying to figure out, like which ones came with which playset. But those are the main ones there. 3-spoke and 5-spoke China and Malaysia base. Yeah, I don't have all the money. I just got all the plans. So that one's got the cove painted. It was the top of the seats painted. Flavor Ice, not to be mistaken with Flavor Flav. So exclusive there. This one's a pavement pounder or power launcher. It did look kind of hand painted, didn't it? I'll have to check mine. I have that one to see if mine's painted. So basic in red, and then in yellow, and then in purple. So 3 different China ones. You can see they all kind of got that same logo. That one got it put in white for some reason. And then got this with the razor wheels. Cool little design there on the back with some guitars. All right. What else we got? 3 more of these. So, as I was saying, one of them came with the Dark Rider body. And then we've got 5-hole on both of these. I think it's had the other body style. That's a Thailand base. That's a so you got Malaysia and Thailand on the 5-hole. There's a little bit slight difference on this. Yeah, I miss Sears too. I wish I would have been paying attention to the treasure hunts when they came out in '95. Oh man, I used to work at Sears, but it was like, oh man, what year did I work there? Like 2007. It was supposed to be a side job while I was in the Navy, but still was working there 40 hours and going to class while I was in. So while I was in class, I could still work 40 hours using the weekend to work at Sears. We pull these 3 here. So, like I said, there's the 3 we showed the other day on Friday. So the 5-spoke, the Razor, and the 7. And then those should all be Malaysia bases. And then you've got your Malaysia base with the 5-hole, which is, I believe, that one. What does that one say? That one says Thailand, so maybe that one. Oh, they both say Thailand. I said something different. What's different about these then? I'm not seeing it. Let's see if we can zoom in just a little bit on this one. Anybody spot any differences there? Zap Racing 8 Hot Wheels logo. It's getting serious. Other than the text being over, you can see how it's closer to where I think the engine goes up. I think that's about it. So very minute difference on that one. And then, like I said, this one got the Dark Rider treatment. So that's where that body came from. And then it's got the bottom and the plastic from that. So Looks like 6 different variations on that total. And the Thailand color yellow is definitely different than the Malaysia color. Yeah, JCPenney had some cool stuff. Service merchandise, for sure. You don't miss Tough Skins, though? I don't know what Tough Skins are. You might have to enlighten us what Tough Skins are. All right, let's see. What are we going to do next? The other type of Thunderbird stalker, T-Bird stalker. I'm curious to see what he's got on these green ones or lime ones. Because I got a bunch of these as well. But there's one orange. I thought there was a variant on that orange one. Oh, I moved my thing. Come back to the shelf. Oh, that's why. Because I zoomed out. There we go. Boom. Or zoomed in. Whatever. Something like that. Got the chrome one. And then there's 5 of these here. So we'll see what they found on their search. So I got a bunch of these. I may have 5 or more. So definitely know there's wheel variations. I think there's a painted, unpainted base variation. There's a 3-spoke. And then ultra hot. So I think he just did wheel and base variations on these. But you'll see that there's some difference in the tempo color. Alright, so early ultra hot one here. You can see the tempo design where it's all ripped to shreds through there. And then these colors. So you can see this one. See the difference in the color. Not much. It's kind of hard to explain that when you put that on the website. So I don't do too much of that for these. But there are, obviously this is ultra hot to 3-spoke, but you can even see like the difference in that tempo as well. That's a 7-spoke, and that's a painted base. I think the 7-spoke is the only one that has a painted base. So there's 2. These have power command bases as well. So 7 spokes. Like I said, 1 painted, 1 on, and then a 5-spoke. Goodness, what's going on in the chat? Tough Skins. Oh man, no, I don't have none of that crap. Whatever that doesn't even sound like something to wear. $500 for a drone hyperpod. For somebody who doesn't have hardly 2 nickels to rub together, $500 is a stretch for anything. Oh, I gotta get some overtime going. Get some more Hot Wheels money. So I think both these are 5-pack cars. And again, these have power command bases, so no interiors on any of those. That's why they all have dark windows or black windows. And in the chrome. So I think those are all going to be doubles on that one. Alright, what should we do next? We got some Cobras. Curious to see. Surprised these windshields survived. Some of these on the bottom, I was kind of worried that the windshield wouldn't survive or something would be, because this is a heavy box, so all that weight's sitting on this bottom row. I had it sitting on its side, so kind of maybe not as bad. But we got both cereal crunch, toast crunch cars. I only had one of these, so that's going to be a cool pickup. There was a difference on those. We got a clear window on the Cobra there, and a tinted window on that one. Alright, then we got this cool blue. Kind of a metallic blue with a cool paint job or tampo design. That one's the Happy Birthday 5-pack, I believe. So here's that. And then this white one with some flames. 5 spokes. And then selling blood. Alright. This is like one of those cars I never remember which one I have, but there's always cars available. Like these are always seem to be like come up, but you can kind of see where one's got the outline and one doesn't. So slightly different colors and whatnot. So that hunt for these is over. And somebody said there was a pearl white potentially on these, but I think that was a prototype. And then on these, obviously the window, right, clear and tinted window on these. But this one is a plastic base, and that one is a black tinted metal base. And this has been crazy. There's metal flake black bases, there's gloss black bases, there's this black tinted base, there's unpainted base, there's a black plastic base, and then there's bases that don't have the country on it for this series. So this one gets super crazy. And I don't even know if all of them have been found. There's so many different variations that when you're going through and you see hundreds of these cars, you're like, you know, which ones do I have? Which ones am I missing? It's another one like the Toast Crunch one. Like, I know I got a bunch of them, but I don't remember all this minute details on that. All right, Attitude. Oh, we had 2 more. Oh, yeah, there's a, I told you there was a variation on the orange one. Thunderbird Stalker. So 5-hole and 5-spoke on those. And we got another race car on the 4th iteration of the T-Bird Stalker. So you can see that on that one with the Kool-Aid. Oh yeah! All right, now we'll do some Attitude. So there's that. Nice little camera bump. It wouldn't be an MVP video if I didn't bump the camera. I feel like that's almost has to happen once every video. There's that. This one's even got Real Riders. So, Target exclusive with the Real Riders. Pretty cool car. I like that. They did a good job on that one. Cool casting. It's my trademark. Yeah, the camera bump is my trademark. What is MVP known for when he makes videos? The camera bump. Let's not get that out there. Too late, it's already done. It's got the Mosquito. And another, oh, maybe another octopus one. There's got to be like 2 different 5-packs with the Octo Blast thing or something going on. Or maybe that's not an octopus, but kind of looks like one there. So 4 different Attitudes. I think I got 2 of those. I know I had the Target one. All right. Since we've done so many 95 new models, we'll stick with some more of these. Let's see if I can get all these on here. Squid, not octopus. Maybe. I feel like every third casting we did had one octopus variation in it. Or squid variation. Whoa, don't go nowhere. Stay with us. Now we got the power rocket. I don't know if I did what was Mattel thinking on the names of, but even they forgot with the power pistons, the road rocket, the power rocket. Even they forgot which name was going to which car for all the fantasy stuff at 95 new models, and they put the wrong name on there. I can't remember if I did that or not. I know I wrote it down to do it. Oh, this one did break. This one got damaged from the shipping. Oh, got some broken wings right there. Did not survive. At least it was that one. This is not one that I needed. Which that one was sitting kind of in the middle too. So from Top Collectibles? I don't think so. Most of my stuff comes from eBay or Facebook. I think I've bought 5 things off of Mercari. I feel like that's just doesn't have as much. That's pretty much where I buy my stuff, and then like I got stuff from the convention, obviously, and then every once in a while we'll kind of go to like the flea market and stuff, and I'll find some stuff. What's up, buddy? I know what you're getting ready for. It's somebody's EAT time. He happens to know what time it is. All right, lay down. Here, place. Good boy. Almost. We got half a box. I know it's your time. Diesel Dog says, time to EAT. And he doesn't forget. All right, here. Place. Come on. Almost done. You're doing good. Stay. All right. I have them all on the website, but I think there's all the wheel variations are on there, and I have the painted and unpainted bases on there, and then I've got the one with the silver stripe instead of the gray stripe. So I think we're looking at like 7 or 8 variations, but yeah, there's quite a few. So I'm pretty certain I have all of those. All right, here, come on, buddy. Place. Thanks. So we got another chrome, some cool flames in blue, 5 holes. We got 2 green ones here, both with 5 holes. Same Tampo design as that chrome one, but one of these has a painted base and the other one does not. So I feel like that's the theme of that set here. What do they call them? Chrome burners or something. You've got a color variation, and then a painted unpainted base variation set. Something to look out for. Oh, and then there's a short or long tip. Goodness, it's not focusing. On the turbine, front of the turbine too. So that was another variation. And I think they got rid of the extra piece there. So, but this one is just kind of the normal 5-spoke, and now with some broken wings. Yeah, I don't think I found it on too many. I think it was just the later. It's the later release, because you can see these all have the shorter one on it. So like that one has the shorter. Let's see if it'll focus on. So looking at that on the front here, I think it was just the later release stuff. cool translucent or transparent blue. And then we got this dark red. Almost looks like it could be translucent. And then as I throw that one down, one almost falls. 5 wide wheels with the Batman. Or Gatman? Catman. What does that say? Is that a G? It is a G. That definitely looks like a G. That look like a G to you guys? With the Gatman? Is it supposed to be that way? That does not seem right. That definitely... You put Gutman, but that's not a U. That definitely looks like an A, because that's an A. But it's from a Batman track set. Yeah, I don't have a rat-a-tat-tat-badow. That does not say Batman. That definitely says Gatman. Something is askew on that. This one's transparent red on that one. Some 5 holes. Got wheel variation. 3-spoke and razor wheels. Just to make sure people are paying attention. Alright. That is all of the power rockets, including the broken one. I'll pull it now. See if I got it sitting up here close by. Power rocket is where? Dang, I thought it was sitting right here. Next row, maybe? There we go. So, here's what I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 variations. So 3-spoke. Then you got the 5-spoke. That one's painted base. This one is a short tip. That one's a long tip. That one's a long tip, and one of those is the silver. So I want to say that one here is the silver. And then 5-hole white, gold 7-spoke, and the razor wheel. So, and then I got some extra ones down here, looks like. So, but that's what I had before I got this case, this box here. Like I said, 95 was the year I went after pretty hard. Did my thing die? I feel like it died. I missed some chat. There we go. Cool. All right, we'll do the Mega Duty. I definitely don't have a lot of variations of this one. Even though it's a truck, you would think I'd have more of these. I don't have this variation. This is pretty cool looking. If I can get it out of the package. So there's that one. Yeah, the variation time was, yeah, right around that like 90s, mid 90s for sure. Was variation like crazy, and then it kind of got into which country was it made in, was the variation in the early 2000s. And then nowadays it's just they go ahead and purposely make 3 colors of every car or something like that. The Mega Duty. Is that right? I feel like it's right. Yeah. Purple. Not a whole lot of purple cars. That's one thing about the website, since it filters by color and stuff, you can go on there and see how many different colors of each car there are. So I always like your red, blue, and white and all that. There's like, you know, I get like over 1,000 of each one of those, and then you get into some more obscure colors you can kind of check out. I enjoy like using the filter for that kind of stuff, or how many, you know, we'll say 7-spoke wheels are there, and then just to see all the cars that have 7 spokes going through, it's kind of cool to kind of look at cars that way. So I use it for fun stuff like that. All right, Mega Duty in kind of a copper color or metal flake brown with some medium 3 spokes. And then this one I thought was pretty cool. Spider in the box. You see a spider? So there's that. What we got there? Dune rats. And then we got 5-spoke and gold PR5s. So even a color difference on the wheels on those. Both of them made in China. I'll be putting cars away for days. Nice subtle regular Champo job there with the M kind of in there. That's kind of cool. I just got another tough Ford F-150 that comes from the like Monster Jam. It's like a Monster Jam duo or whatever. And there's a F-150 in there. That one seems to be pretty scarce compared to all the rest of the Monster Jam stuff. This one looks like a UGO. And cool little racing design. Overboard 454. Why not? Ooh, we got a bunch of these. Dang. Let's see if they all fit. So, overboard 454. I like this one. This one was pretty cool. How they got the cutouts of the engine or the hood. Oh, you said 97 F-150. That's not the 97 F-150. It's more like a 2004 F-150 or something like that. But I do have, if you're doing a 97 custom, not 97 custom, 97 F-150, I do have a tough one. What did I do with it? Did I open that already? I was sitting here. Where did it go? Oh. Maybe I don't have it sitting out here. I thought I did. I have the like U.S. Custom and Border Patrol one. That was pretty tough to get. Oh, you're right. There's a spider right there. Maybe he'll give me some special powers if he bites me. I don't know how that spider lived. What was he eating? He was in here for like I said, this thing's been closed for months. Over a year. You lost it in a Pizza Hut. What? Mom, we gotta go back and get my overboard 454 from the Pizza Hut. Man, there are a bunch of them. We're gonna fall out of room here in a second. Diesel's getting restless. He's like, can you finish that up? I got things to do. I got kibble to EAT. And he definitely knows the word. Alright, 2 more of these. Place. Come on, place. Good boy, Diesel. We're getting close. Alright. Last 2, some variations. So. Oh, this one? Or the blue one? Looks like we got a China and Malaysia based variation. So top one's got the China, bottom one's there's Malaysia. So there's both of those. We're getting real close to being out of space here. And this nice blue one, green PR5s. But the engine's just cool, you know. Obviously, it's supposed to be some type of 454 motor. It's got some type of supercharger on it. So cool design. I think they did a good job on that for a custom car, fantasy car. Got some PR5s and flames. Cool look with the blue tinted window over chrome interior there. And I guess maybe the interior is the same as the engine. Yep. Now we got some purple on there with some flames. Was that a similar one that we just did? Oh, it is. So we got variations on these. So PR5s and 5-spoke on those. On both, Malaysia and China on those as well. So there's that Malaysia base, there's the China base, and then Malaysia PR5, China 5-spoke. And you got, get those two black ones on my desk right now. Where'd those come from? Those a 5-pack variation, I'm assuming. So cool. Purple. Yeah, pizza. Is this the one you lost at Pizza Hut? That would be ironic. I can't find my pizza slice overboard 454 from the Zigzag test track. Got green. And then another one black, same Tampo design, different colors. And the purple and pink. PR5s. Both of them have China bases, so two different color designs there. And then chrome red PR5s with somebody on the side. Almost looks like a Frankenstein kind of look. I don't know. And then another similar to that last one, the flames there, just in a different color. Alright, so that's that. We got some Corvette Stingray 3s. One of these I know I didn't have, that I'm happy to see in the mix. We just did the carpet. Carpet with lava. Alright. I was hoping to see some more variations of this one in there, because I know there's a couple wheel variations, but here's a 5-hole version of it. So, racing and number 10, Hot Wheels there on the side. And then from a 5-pack, on that one. And then I know I didn't have some of these variations here. So, you got 3-spoke and lace wheels with the kind of a weird looking white interior. And then this one has a yellow interior with lace wheels, and I think that's the China version. Oh no, that's Malaysia version. So that's the Malaysia. If I can get it to show up there. Goodness. There we go. And then let's see what these are. Oh, they're Malaysia. And Malaysia. Oh, alright, so I think there's a little bit difference on the tempo, but not catching it now. So, but interior color, which is kind of an uncommon variation for the period, and then a wheel variation. And then we got this red one. 3 spokes that are gold. Alright. I'm saving 2 of the best ones for last. So it looks like we only got one of these. We'll see who can name that one. So there's that. Another hard nose variation, but not the same. This one looks like the neon. Hard nose Cadillac V16. JWJ's wheels with the name. So Cadillac V16. And then the neon. So those are the 2 hard nose that are there. Oh no, there's a couple more in here. So it looks like there's 3 variations of it. So got the name for this one. Let's see if he's got all the hard nose names. Too cool. Correct, sir. Indeed. Alright, so we got some bling wheels, bling wheels, bling wheels. What we got going on here? They all look pretty similar. From this side, it's the China base. Any differences in those bases? Not seeing anything. That's a China base. So, what else? Because if he's seeing that there's a difference in these back wheels, how does he know? We have to zoom in to see if the back wheels are different. So that one's definitely black. Can't tell the type. Let's see what this one. I don't know. That one's got some color to it. Hard to say what wheel that is. So he look at these like that super close and find out that one's got a black wheel. We didn't really look at the tempo here. Any guesses? Looks like one had a chrome wheel, and then 2 of them had black wheels. I'm gonna have to get in there with some type of lighting system to be able to see. You see a difference in the grill? It makes it tough, don't it? Because then you have to almost buy like a dozen of the 5-packs that these probably came in, and then rip them all open and see if there's a difference. I don't see really any difference in the grill. So, I don't know. Hard to say. I'll look at those closer and do a video if there's 3 different ones there separately for it. Alright. got the turbulence here. I don't know where that spider went. He gone. Oh yeah, we gotta zoom back out. Shadow Jet 2. Oh yeah, that was a pain. And that one definitely came with a bunch of different rail variations, but it wasn't as bad as that. That's terrible. At least there's a little bit more room on the Shadow Jet 2 to see the wheels. And you had 4 of them you could choose from to kind of look at, front or back or left and right side. So, 5-pack car here. Pretty cool casting. Kind of put this in like a salt flat style casting. So I put those kind of separate from the fantasy car stuff, just so I don't have my fantasies craziness going, overflowing like it is already. So we got 2 wheel variations there, 5-spoke and 10-spoke. And these are both China bases. So there's those. Where did I put that last one? And then I don't have this one. That was pretty cool. Not sure where that one came from. So that's definitely a pickup right there. And I know I didn't have both wheel variations of that gray one. There's a difference in the outline of the teeth, he says. Let's pull them back up, look. So here's all 3. I don't know. Super tough to see through the camera. I'll tell you that right now. We'll see. I'll do some research on those, see what they got out there. We got another Hoonigan. I already put the Hoonigan away. We'll go find and see if we had any variations of this one. So there is that one. I think I just put those over here. Or so I thought. Maybe they're still sitting over here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Oh. So, yep. Slight difference in the Tampo design there. Got some different colors in that top one. So, both got paint engines. You got an orange and red interior. So, variations for that one. All right. Getting down to the last. I know there's a bunch more of these variations. I'm not surprised that there's not more of these in here. They're not super hard to really get either. Just have to buy a bunch of 5-packs. So here's the yellow one with the Wasp Tempo. And the green. I feel like the original one that came out had some variations that were kind of a pain to find. All right. Then we've got a Predator, kind of a 1993 casting that came out, 92-ish. So this one came from, I think, that Avalanche type 5-pack. All right, now we're down to some Impalas. And, oh, my spider's back in the corner. I see him now. So, Pavement Pounder, I believe. pavement pounder. I think for certain. This one here is pretty tough. This is a playset car. There. And then I've never seen 3 different ones of these, so this is going to be kind of cool. I'm going to see what's up with... He's got 3 of these sitting here as well. So obviously, tinted window, or almost black. So there's that. So that separates that one from there. And then we've got, almost looks like we got like 3 different window tints. From light tinted to very dark tinted. Let's see if they all got the same base. China base, China base, China base. And they're all look to be the same. So he has found 3 different, and these are not that easy to get. I think these are play sets as well. And he found 3 different window tints. That's going to be fun to put on the website. Light tinted, medium tinted, dark tinted. I don't think I have this one. Or at least I don't have it loose. So that's a cool get on that one. And then I don't remember. I know I needed a pavement pounder. I know I have that one. I can't remember if this is the one that I was looking for. But I've got 3 pavement pounder cars left to get that are extremely tough. One's a Toyota MR2. One is that 59 Impala. Maybe this one particular, but maybe a different one. And then, what was the last one? Oh, the Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary. All right, and then I saved these for last because within here is the one car that I could remember that was definitely in here. And for whatever reason, I like the Dodge Caravan. Alright, so we got Soccer Mom with the Soccer Mom Tempo design. Then you got the original 98 first edition style. And this one has a Malaysia base, but there is a China base out there as well for maybe the 5-spoke version. Then we got another 5-pack one here. You have 20 copies of the 5, the soccer one. Goodness. Then you got this one. This one you don't see too often, but it's not super hard to get. I think this is part of a Cool Toys. Then you have this one here. Comes in a little play set. I don't remember where this one came from. I think it was something. Maybe that's a 5-pack one. On that. And then this is the one that I definitely knew was in here. Out of all the cars, I definitely knew this was in here. Which I'm super excited to get this one here. Got a little dust on her. As my stomach makes some noise, ready for that leftover burrito. I don't know if you heard that on camera or not. I gave it away. But there we go. So, super excited to have this one. Those 3 green 59 Impalas obviously are a pretty cool piece. If that's the 59 Impala I needed for the pavement pounders, that's super awesome. But There we go. But yeah, this one only comes in a play set and it's pretty tough to get. These other ones aren't super terrible. They're available. So there is 600 cars. Let's see if I can move some of this around. Straighten this piece out here. So here we go. Kind of the last little room. So obviously all the cars. Well, not all of them because I put a bunch of them on the shelves. I don't know that I had any. I definitely didn't have any Hot Wheels t-shirts when I was a kid. But we grew up in middle of Kansas for most of my younger childhood, so we didn't have, like, we weren't even a Walmart to, like, go to, so it was, I don't know, regular, wherever clothes you get for super cheap. So I did get your email. I got everybody's email. So I've already started. I got 2 boxes I found for 2 of the winners. I got to find a 3rd box, get that packaged up, and then, like I said, I'll get that out probably Monday for sure on 2 of them. I'm hoping to get sent all 3 at the same time, so I make one trip to the post office. But I got everybody's emails and didn't like anybody try to send a scam email in there trying to get some cool stuff. So that was good. But here we go. It's kind of a look around before I go feed Diesel Dog there. So this was got like lots of random kind of series stuff on it. See a lot of the power launchers and power launchers. Pavement pounders are over on the other side. That red Corvette I was talking about. Let's see if the lighting's gonna be okay. Is that what's in here? So here's the computer car here. Diesel. It's okay. Oh nope, that's the looks like a Lotus or something. Maybe in that one, but it came in something like that. Diesel, chill. Bonus cars, billionth cars, whatever. My one train set and then my one trade piece there in package for the railroad. And then what else did we didn't kind of go over last time? We got acrylic cars sitting there ready to be opened. The 2-packs. So there's some of the UGO and attack packs and all that kind of stuff. You see some Ferraris there. Got a bus. This bus only has the bars on the rear, but not on the side. What's this? 20th anniversary. I was gonna get the 20th anniversary with the Porsche 928 and the black walls, but somebody bought it off of eBay after it'd been there for like 2 years, and I finally had enough money to kind of get it, and then that went away. Dang it, I missed out. Should have got it sooner. So, what else? I can't see comments very well. Let me grab my iPad here. But you can see how on the last show we did some giveaways on the last live, so they were sending me an email with their address and stuff to be able to send cars to. Now we're just kind of doing a room tour before we close it out. And my room tour is like a hoarder's dream, I guess. I got lots of cool stuff. Like I'm sure somebody's wanting that Miata there with the Screecher wheels. I'm always asked about that when they see it. I got pavement pounders from different years. All those plastic snap together cars are up in that on that shelf there. There's all the variations of that. And then those are cars from the 2000s, like series, like 2001, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think, in there. And then you got small play sets and stuff in that one. Got large play sets up here. Some employee cars there. There's the loose one. So I took a picture of it recently of the Miata. And I got that 5-spoke Miata in. I'm pretty stoked about that. It's kind of crazy. It took me longer to get the 5-spoke Miata than it did the Screecher wheel. And I've got both of them, one loose and one in package. These came from a Ferrari collector, so here's that went with those transporters, and then with the cup there, and then there's 2 variations of this. So this one I think is unpainted, and then the black painted F450. So, and then some different ones from Nationals and stuff. This is a red interior Firebird on card. I don't know how big Race Crew's collection is. This one's, my collection's 30,000 pieces, I would say. 35,000. So I don't know how big his collection is. Trying to do a kind of swoop here. So most of these Plano cases are actually full now. So I ate more Plano cases. Got Diesel Dog ready to go eat. It's very adamant about it. I got Plano cases sitting here in the middle. Some of these I've gone through and put stuff on the MVP Hot Wheels website. So that's why some of these are out. Some of them just have random cars in them that I got to put away. So got the Dixie Challenger and some of the variations there. Some of those are duplicates. I'm actually missing 2 US version base variations on those, which is kind of crazy still, even though I've got 2 of the Leos. Again, who would have thought I would have had that before I get the regular ones? So, but there you go. Grab my iPad one more time, see what we got for last comments, and then I'm gonna go feed Diesel Dog. So hope you all enjoyed the opening of 600 different variations of cars and stuff. Now that I have a even bigger mess to go clean up, but it's a fun mess, and I get to go do some comparisons on some of the variations of stuff I already had, see if there's anything different. But anyhow, I thought it was fun. Hope you guys had fun, and I've already got a video ready to go. Probably tomorrow on some Leo Camaro convertibles. So I'm gonna try to get that ready to go or put together, finalize that, and make that video and put it up. And then I've got tons of stuff to take pictures of. So, but appreciate everybody. Again, we hit 2,000 subscribers, so thanks everybody for the subscriptions and everything. If you're not a subscriber on MVP Hot Wheels, it's only $5. You can help support the website. All the money goes right back into it for the development fees and stuff. So like I said, there's a guide set that I want to make, a custom guide for that you can download stuff where you can create whatever guide you want. So if you just want all of the different trash trucks, you can print out a guide just for that. If you want a full series like the Power Command series, you can have a guide for that. So it's customizable however you want. So I'm trying to get the money pulled together to make that a reality. And then the auction house is still being worked on as well. So I'm trying to get that all set so it's secure and everything. And then once that's kind of going, it will be hopefully your guys' one source for Hot Wheels stuff. So I've already got some people that are ready to sell on it. Some big names out there. So once it's up and running and I help them kind of get acclimated to it and we do all the testing for it, we'll get some cars on there. So that will be extremely exciting. And then again, the money from the auction stuff will roll right back in and start getting all of these cool stuff to be put on the website for you guys to make a better place for you guys to go. So, but again, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Right? Thanks. Bye.